Or does
I
that solve
know.
anything for you?
I have a question because usually the grounded scenes become comedy. What if it becomes very dramatic and it's not funny at all?
Um, there's almost no difference between very dramatic and comedy.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
almost no difference.
Okay.
I think that it's a matter of what how you treat it. For instance, I once did an experiment with a group that I was directing, and live, not online. And I told them to do a scene, and I did a scene with them, and it was like it wasn't improvised really. I told them what the scene would be. I said, okay, you're in a waiting room in a hospital. A few of you, something's wrong. I need I need you to do, but this is going to be a dramatic scene. And so they did. They did the scene, and it was very dramatic. And then I was the doctor, and I came out and gave them some bad news. I'm sorry, it's bad news. Your grandmother, blah 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 blah. And it was really a downer. And their reaction, of course, was to cry and get upset, and so it was a very dramatic scene. I said, okay, I want you to let's do that exact same scene over again. If you can remember exactly what you did and said, do it again. And they did. And then I was the doctor, and I came out and said, I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid, it's bad news. Your hamster is going to need crutches. Now, their reaction had to still be upset and crying and screaming and wailing, because that's what made it funny. If they had just said, "Oh, the hamster," then it's pointless. So if we're making a big dramatic deal over something that turns out to not be, it's how we're treating it. So we can be dramatic and upset and angry, but if it's over something that's ridiculous, then there you go. So what's the difference between those two scenes? One line. One spoken line was the only difference between the dramatic scene and the very, very funny scene. And if you're in a theater where it's funny and it's comedy, and people come out and start doing a dramatic scene, you're expecting it to eventually be funny. You're waiting like, okay, what are they setting me up for? Okay, it's coming. Whereas if you're in a theater where they do drama, you're not. You're just, oh my God, what's happening? So it's also about the context. But if it gets too serious, you can always make a big deal out of nothing. You can always overplay. You just overreact, over emotional, so melodramatic that it's impossible to take your reaction seriously if that's what's happening around you. It doesn't happen often, at least not in my experience, that it's impossible to drag away from the dramatic. Anything else? Nothing. Okay, well, I've used almost all my Miles Davis quotes here. Okay. 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 Well, I'll throw in one more, and that will help us do the next thing we're doing. It's not the note you play that's the wrong note. It's the note you play afterwards that makes it right or wrong. So it's the same thing in improv. It's not the thing that you do. Whatever it is that you do or say, it's fine as long as it's followed by something that belongs there or something that gives it context. So you can't make a mistake in the moment, but you can fail to take advantage of an opportunity. And you can let something fall that could have worked if you had only stuck with it. That sort of thing. So you never have to be worried about, did I say or do the wrong thing? Whatever is said or done, well, it can't be taken back. You can't erase it, can't undo it. So now what do you do? Okay, you do that. So if that's positivity, then that's your positivity. That everything is fine. And if it feels like it's not, it takes a second to make it fine. It'll always work as long as you keep working at it. Are we okay? All right. So what I want to do...
The miles of improv.
What is that?
The miles of improv.
Yeah.
Nice quotes.
Yeah, I got one more, but I'll save it for later. It'll be meaningful later. Yes, look up any of his quotes, because this guy did not pull punches. He told everything the way it was. I had a hell of a life. And he did what we do. He improvised within structure. So what we're going to do, I'll jump right into doing the round robin thing that we do, where we go one at a time with me quickly, and then we'll do some other stuff. We'll do some 2-person scenes with just you. Okay, I'll get that out of the way. So let's get started. We're gonna keep our scenes grounded. Grounded meaning that when our character does or says something, that our character believes it. It may be unbelievable to everybody else, but our character believes it. The actors do not say or do anything just because they think it's a funny thing to say or do. We don't go for laughs. So grounded. One of the things that you'll find if you do this enough is that you don't have to look far for what's funny. It's in the mirror. It's funny. It's people. People are funny. So just be real. React in a real way, like a person. Think of a person you know, and how they might react, and react in that way, and it will lead to some natural comedy rather than humor. Any thoughts before we jump? No? Good. So I just go down the line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I remove people one by one. So you're there. So you're first. I guess it's when you arrive. I guess that's what that is. Okay. I'll get rid of the names so we're not tempted to use them. And it'll be about 2 minutes or so. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, so you promised to take me to Bob Dylan's concert tonight.
Oh yeah, right. That's tonight.
Yeah,
tonight. That was tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
Okay. All right. I should have gotten tickets.
What do you mean?
I should have gotten. It's Bob Dylan. He's like 95 years old. There must be tickets. His audience is dead. There's got to be seats.
Well, that's Bob Dylan. I mean, the Bob Dylan. What? I thought you already booked the ticket.
I intended to, Joni. I intended to do it. This is your fault. You didn't remind me again. You reminded me every day except yesterday, and then yesterday was when I intended to do it. Damn.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, right? I forgive you.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you. Hey, I'm a forgiving guy, Joni.
Yeah,
there'll be other Bob Dylan concerts if he lives.
That's true.
I mean,
yeah.
He might not, but really, by now, is there really a difference between?
He might die tomorrow.
What?
He might die tomorrow. Or
he could. He might die tonight. I mean, and we could have been there if only you'd reminded me. Thanks to you, I'm not going to see Bob Dylan die on a stage tonight. I just want to tell you what I'm forgiving you for. Okay?
I'm so sorry. I'm really so sorry.
I know. You'll make it up. Don't worry. You always do. You always make it up to me. Don't you? You do.
I do.
Because
Yeah.
we have that special thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's right.
So, yeah, so I'm just gonna go on.
Yeah.
Um,
I got you some flowers. Oh wait, no. I intended to get you some. I intended to get you some flowers.
this is so sweet of
No,
you.
wasn't it? Yeah, I
Aw,
intended
you didn't
like a
deserve
big,
that.
huge. Yeah, it was. They were going to be huge. So, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, and I'm sorry again.
You'll be sorry a lot. Okay. I hate that fucking guy. I'm so sorry. Oh no, sorry.
I am so scared.
Yeah, right.
I'm really freaking out. It's.
I haven't slept, man.
I mean, this is what this. They say the first confession is not going to be so scary, but I am worried, Bobby. I am worried.
So am I. Okay. Does it help to know that I am too?
I mean,
oh God.
they said right before your confession, you're supposed to be good and not sin.
Wait
I did a lot.
What's the point of confession if you don't sin? That's like going to have your car worked on when there's nothing wrong with it. That's like taking your car in and saying, "Hey, I need a new muffler," when you don't need a new muffler. You're just wasting the time of the person who's doing it. You want to waste the priest's time by going in there and being a good person?
So it's good if I tell him all the the really bad stuff? That's good.
Hold back some of it, because it's going to be like a week when you don't have anything. And it's like, oh God, I didn't do anything. Shit. Oh, there's that one thing that I didn't tell him last time. Plus, not telling him.
But that makes so much sense. But like what the teachers tell us is like, if we do bad, we tell the priest. But we still. It's like we have to do all these prayers, and we might or might not go to hell.
Joey, look at me. Do you love me, man? Do you love me, man? I love you. Do you love me?
I love
you too, man. I love you, man. You love me, right?
I absolutely love you.
Absolutely. Is that a bad thing? It's a good thing, right? It's the way we should live, right?
Bobby, you just screw them, right? Screw them. Our love is more important.
They should confess to us.
Yes, I'm sure those bastards, those priests
should.
Got no.
High five.
Oh, high five.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even that. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready to tell them. I'm good. Thank you, Bobby. Oh my God.
Gotta give those suckers some penance too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
I got a car needs waxing. I don't know about you.
What happened to your right eye?
I don't understand. What do you mean?
You have a black eye.
Yeah, I know. I know. I was wrong about a thing,
What did you do?
I don't know. Cindy said I was wrong about a thing, and you know how Cindy gets.
But you were right about Cindy.
Shh! Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Okay.
Your eyes are turning purple.
It's a small price to pay. It's a small price to pay for being married to a saint. Okay, it's a small price.
Cindy is wicked.
No, no, shut up.
Yeah.
No,
It
she's
makes you-
really good. She's
You are the saint. You are a martyr. You
no
accept
no,
everything that she
no.
does badly.
Shut up!
Even the punch.
She will kill me.
She won't.
She
You
will.
can. Do you have anthrax?
Do I have anthrax? Like
Yeah.
the band?
No.
Actual anthrax, hoof and mouth disease?
Yeah, put it in her margarita and you won't be killed.
Okay.
The band is interesting. I have tickets for that.
Oh, I wanted to get tickets, but Cindy, no,
No, I want it. Forget Cindy.
no, but I can't forget Cindy as long as she's still alive.
If I don't have it, you will have a balanced eye. I will punch the other eye.
Look, I can only anthrax one person at a time. Okay, I've never even done it before.
You can't have one black eye one at a time. It should be balanced. It should be both eyes, right?
Oh, okay, okay. Don't really. Oh, son of a. Ah.
Oh, you look cool now, like two black eyes. Very rock.
Yeah, kind of goth.
Love it. Cindy's gonna love it too.
She's gonna think I'm seeing another woman.
Yeah, because where did the other punch come from?
Exactly. What are
Naughty
women
boy.
for, right?
I don't think I'm going to finish it in time.
What do you mean you don't think you're gonna finish it in time?
Well, I had bought the glue, and then I poured it all over the post board, and I covered it with glitter, and the glitter is like dripping down, like blood bleeding from the walls. It's like not dry.
I gave you poster boards. I gave you glitter. I gave you glue. I gave you it in a week and a half.
It's a lot.
I need it. I need it now.
I could try blowing on it. That
Don't blow on the glitter.
but it would dry on the glue, right?
Look, if I wanted to know how glitter works, I'd do this myself. Okay?
Well,
I don't know how glitter works.
there's got to be a way to make it dry faster. Then
I don't know.
Okay.
That's your job.
Okay.
My job was going to Office Depot and getting all that stuff and giving it to you.
And,
By the way, are those clay ashtrays made yet?
I have 17 done, and I got 3 left to do.
All right. That's going along very well. Can I see one of them?
Yeah. It's here you go.
They're supposed to be this size. They're supposed to be small, like for a cigarette.
Well, I thought if it was bigger, it would break less, and then we would have to worry about breaking. How's your end?
You're just like your mother.
How so?
You're just like your mother.
Did Mom also make big ashtrays?
I'm just disappointed. That's all. I'm disappointed in you. Disappointed.
Oh,
Disappointed.
well, I tried.
That's what's so disappointing. If you didn't try, it would be, oh, she's cool. She didn't try, but you tried, and look what you came up with.
I should have just let it all go.
Should have just told me to go stuff my ashtray somewhere. That's what you should have done. Instead of making that monstrosity, that toilet seat that you made.
I mean, I could go smash the ashtrays. Would that be cool?
It would be cool.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now who's going to clean that up? Okay.
Oh, you were sent in this early.
What?
You
What's
were sent in this early.
Yeah. I was told I needed to be.
Well, you aren't on my list. Who sent you in?
Peter.
Peter sent you in.
Big Peter, not little Peter.
There isn't anything here. And why did he say that you were?
I don't know. He just said to be here
At this time.
in
The principal's office.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's figure out. Let me give him a call for.
Don't call him.
Oh,
he's not home. He's probably on vacation somewhere.
Oh, okay. So,
probably left his phone somewhere, like in the cabin or something. Don't call him. Don't try to contact him. Don't ever try to contact him.
Wait, how do you know that he might have left it in his cabin?
Because if he doesn't have it on him, where else would it be?
At his house? At his...
if he's on vacation? If he's
in
the woods?
Wait.
He's buried in the woods. If he's buried in the woods, it's probably in the cabin near where the woods are.
Mm-hmm. How do you know that he actually has a cabin?
It might be someone else's cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's my uncle's cabin. Maybe it's my uncle's cabin that I had access to.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think...
So do I need to reschedule or...
No, I'll just give you something to do in the meantime while waiting for him.
Don't wait. That's no point.
Oh, okay. I see. And have we had our anger management issues sorted out?
No.
Okay. Noted. Then you've done a good job.
Okay.
No worries. I'll send you for your next assignment. Meet Edmund. Edmund needs roof repair and maybe an attitude adjustment.
Okay.
You know, of the heavy kind.
I'll bring a nail gun.
Okay. Enjoy.
I will.
Oh, hey, Mr. Edwards. Do you have time to talk?
Sure. Always have time to talk to you, Keith.
Actually, Mr. Edwards, I forgot something to do yesterday, and I really did something.
It's Carl. That's this Mr. Edwards stuff. Just Carl. Carl.
No, I went to Carl, and then I was recommended to go to you. I just need this paper, a recommendation to make it to Harvard. Can you please do that for me? Because I wasn't able to ask that from you yesterday. Because you know what? I'm so preoccupied. I really had to send my mother to the hospital yesterday. I really don't know what to do. If I can make it to Harvard, I'm losing my dreams.
You have a girlfriend?
Please, Keith told me to go to you.
Do you have a girlfriend? Right now?
Yes, I had two.
Right now? Do you
Sorry,
have one
I had two.
You have two girlfriends right now?
Yes.
Okay.
But
like how old?
It's just a secret.
How old are they?
Sorry.
What age are they? Approximately.
She's 25, 28.
What do 25-year-old women like? What do they like? If we're going to buy them something, what would they like? If you had done something wrong and you wanted to apologize for like under $50, what would they like?
Well, I sent her chocolates and flowers and sent her to a fine dining restaurant for a dinner.
Under $50? Okay, I can do that.
$150. That will do, I think.
Okay, all right. I'll do that.
But no. Let's just go to that.
Let's not
topic.
make this about me. Let's not make this about me. You're making this about me. What do you need? You need to go to Harvard. Right?
I just need your recommendation.
Oh, my recommendation. Okay.
I just need a letter of recommendation for me to make it to Harvard. Yes, just tell them that I'm a good student, a straight A student, and I will do everything just to make it to Harvard,
Okay.
So please.
All right.
This
I
is
could
my
use
only
a
chance,
letter
Mr.
of
Edwards.
recommendation from someone like you to get me back on good terms with 25-year-old woman. I don't know what to say to them. So,
Seriously?
yeah, I really don't. Yeah, 50, they're easy, but 25, you can't even. I mean, I don't even know what dubstep is. Okay, so it's tough. It's tough.
Well,
So I'll
can.
get you into Harvard. You get me into Nancy, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
Okay.
It's a deal.
So what are you doing
That's
Saturday?
fine.
What are you doing Saturday?
I have a football play,
Yeah. Oh, so
and
you're
then
drinking.
maybe I
So
can make some.
You're drinking. Okay. Okay.
No. I'm not drinking.
Drugs.
Or
You're doing
maybe
drugs or
I can. Come on, I would love to do that, but I'm not allowed
Let's
to do.
let's double up Saturday. Okay.
Sure, no
It
problem.
works
It's a
out
double
for
day.
me. You're getting
That
into
works out
Harvard.
for me too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Edwards. That
Oh,
really great help
thanks.
for me.
Okay.
Thank
Okay. All right. We're back. Okay. Any thoughts? At all?
We were talking about on the sidebar if Bob Dylan is really dead, or how can you have dinner under $50?
Oh boy. Any thoughts about any of the scenes that you saw or were in? We did them so that we could just have something to discuss.
Changing notes,
Meaning,
switching the orbit.
what about that?
When you're in the middle of a scene, you just feel that you have to change something.
Yeah.
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 Like in our scene, that's not where I really wanted to go, but you made me be grounded.
Well, I don't know where I don't know where you wanted to go, and I don't know where I wanted to go. But I just took whatever you gave and did something with it, and you did the same thing. I mean, it was nice that you got the idea that you should apologize, even though I was wrong. You could have done the other thing and just insisted that, well, I'm wrong. Why should you have to apologize? You could have done that, and it would have gone this way. You didn't, and it went that way. So I knew you got what I was doing, and I can't. I'm not going to say that I wanted you to do what you did, but I'm glad you did. Either way, I was expecting one or the other, but when you did it, we had a game going. And so now I kind of knew what to feed you, and you knew what to feed me to keep that fire going. So at that point, it stopped being random. There was an intent. The things that we were thinking of saying were no longer just any old thing. It was like, okay, this is the game we're playing. I better make this move now. This fits. Before that, it was just random. So that's nice. So if you have a thought as to where the scene's going to go, and it's hard to tell people to stop doing that, to don't have an intention of where it's going to go. As long as you can quickly abandon it and throw it away quickly, that's fine. If you have a thought, okay, that's going to generate something in your head for a bit, but eventually you're probably going to have to toss it away. because there's no way to get the scene that you're thinking of to happen. No matter who you are, it can't happen. It just won't. It's not likely. Any other thoughts? Any of the stuff you did or saw?
Go, Francis.
Oh,
Yeah, just talk. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I had an idea that we were in an office. You came in. I was there. I was a secretary, and then in the middle of the scene, you gave me a line that felt so out of place that I felt that it was a code. And then I gave you a code, and when we gave each other codes, then we knew. I felt that we were. It flipped the scene for me being not just the secretary, but giving you your next hit or assassination hit or something. So that,
Yeah, nice.
and then,
Did you
and then-
remember what it was? Do you remember what generally?
I went like I remember like he sent you here to the principal's office, and then you gave me a line. I could not peg down the line, but something like that. But it might be like a simple line, but it gave me that feeling. And when it gave me that feeling, I went to assassination school or something. And then the last line was like Mr. Edwards. And then you'll bring a nail gun. Then the next scene with Patrick, you will go, "Hello, Mr. Edwards," and I was like,
Yeah.
"This guy's gonna die."
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Maybe when he said the guy was buried in the woods.
Yeah, you see, I wasn't thinking of it in terms of an assassination, although it could have been. This, it was just there. You could have made anything out of it you want, and that would have been fine. I was just thinking of it as some crazy person who did something to this guy who was so stupid that he was basically. It was like a kid saying, "No, you can't call my parents because they're not home right now." So the principal won't call the parents. Yeah, my dad doesn't have a phone. Just to not get in trouble. Except it was more. It was. You should always take it further. And it's like, yeah, he might not even be in the woods somewhere near the cabin. So I was a guy who probably killed this guy for whatever reason. But if you want to give it a reason and make it about being an assassination, that works perfectly fine too. And when you did, I was appreciative of it and thought, okay, good. That's what we've got here. But yes. Got it.
What I notice about you, Tom, when I do a scene with you, you put me on a roller coaster that, like, for example, you suddenly say Cindy's gonna kill you, and suddenly Anthrax becomes a band. So what I do is just deal with it, and if I miss on Anthrax, I have to recycle. Oh, he mentioned the band. It just happens. I know you didn't intend it, but everything just happens organically.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to say Anthrax, and my character was kind of a hippie-ish sort of a guy anyway, who would never have thought of killing someone using Anthrax.
Yeah.
That guy's first reaction to that would be, was the band Anthrax? You mean? And then would realize, no, you actually mean Anthrax. So, it was a kind of a shiny object saying Anthrax. So I wanted to make sure that it didn't just get tossed away.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I loved all the scenes. There was something that stood out to me was the one you did with Marissa. I totally loved it. There was a part there where you're saying like, "You're just like your mother." It's just a disappointment too. That was one thing I have. I get a challenge with personally is when I create a character. There's usually some element of truth to me, but it's always fun to play a character that's not like me at all, and being like that. But I have trouble doing that. But I love watching it, like watching those different people who just say these outrageous things, and that was hilarious.
Yeah, it's improv is where you get to be all these crazy people that you wouldn't like. The first scene I did with Ella, after it was done, I hated myself. I hated that guy. I hated it. And yet we all know that guy. We all know guys like that. So,
Well,
so
I've got a
you know, I often, I'm a Democrat. On stage, I often play Republicans. And I don't overdo it, and I don't ridicule. I just get to be in that body for a while, to walk around and feel what that feels like, and say. So I'm not poking fun. I'm actually saying, okay, here's my chance to feel, to act and talk like this, because I know how it goes. And then when I'm done, I'm done. Or I often play a female. You know, half the time, I'd say. So I want to play. Who needs me? I mean, who comes to the theater to see me be me?
Yeah.
So yeah.
When Ella said, "I'm so sorry," in the end, you were so mean. You said you'll be sorry a lot.
which is true. Obviously, this guy is going to make her sorry all the time.
This guy is a bitch.
He is horrible.
Yeah.
Yes. Patrick, you had something? You had a question?
Oh, yes. Actually, this is my first time attending this kind of improv training. So my question is that, as an actor in improv training, I just want to ask if the intention of the scene changes from time to time. Because sometimes in theater or in TV and film, sometimes the intention is just one intention. You really have to go to that goal or objective of the character. But here in improv, I learned that sometimes, because a lot of thoughts are coming in, so the intentions change beat after beat after beat. So my only question is that the intentions while doing improv is just the same, like doing a scene in theater or film or TV?
That's a good question. It's a tough one to answer. I can give you some stock answers. One is every improv scene is about the same thing. The people in the scene. It's never about anything else. And when you think it's about, did I make the appointment? It's about, I killed somebody, and what are you going to do about it? Or it's not about Bob Dylan or the concert. It's about the dynamic between us. And it never stops being about that. When it stops being about that, you're not doing it well. So I think the best thing I can do is to reiterate what we've said over the last few weeks, talking about the difference between randomness, chaos, and order. And I hate to repeat myself, but it's probably good. It's necessary to do. That there's a thing that randomness is one thing. Chaos is a completely different thing. And order is, of course, a completely different thing. Randomness is something that just happens, like flipping a coin. Heads, tails, when you flip it the next time, but there's no connection with the previous time. Lottery tickets. Random. There's no chain of events. Chaos is complicated chains of events that it's hard to predict and figure out where they're all going. Everything's intertwined, interwoven, but you can look back and see how it got to the point where it is. You can see why the hurricane hit a particular place. Even though you couldn't exactly predict it, you could kind of predict it. But once it's there, you could say, oh, well, it went here, then the pressure came up. And so that's chaos, like the weather. And then there's order, which is, we know what that is when we think we have some sort of control. So we start off, good scenes are started off in randomness. You do or say things for no reason. You don't have a reason for it. You can't know what the reason will be. You have to just play it, say it. And eventually you say and do enough things that you begin to see something. You see some sort of patterns, and that's chaotic. And so you still can't predict far into the future, but you can begin to see what's the patterns that are around you. Then some things will stick out, and then you'll say, okay, here's order. I'm going to now use those things and do this. And you can do this multiple times in scenes, or you can do it once or whatever, but that's it. So you're creating a thing that you don't know what it is. until you see it. You're in a fog, and you don't know what direction to go in. So you go in a direction, and then the fog starts to lift, and you begin to see the destination. It's over there. I thought it was over there, but it's over there. Let's go that way. And then you start going that way, and then somebody maybe says, you know what? Look over there. That's a thing. Oh, let's go that way. So that's if that answers the idea of changing intent, then that's kind of it. The only intent you start off with is to get things moving. Is first gear in a car. You don't drive your whole car in first gear all the time. You get it moving. Then second, by the time you get into fourth or fifth gear, people don't usually drive standard transmissions these days, but I do. And by the time you get into fifth gear or sixth gear or whatever, you're moving. You can go wherever the hell you want to go. But once you stop, then you got to start in first gear again, and you got to go up through the gears. So you don't have much control in first gear, but you've got to get it moving somehow. So I don't know if that answers your question, but it's a very good question, and there are probably lots of answers to it on different levels. But that's a good basic one. Yes? Okay. Anything else that you saw or did? And then you'll do stuff.
Regarding to the question of he compared it to film and TV, since I'm a script writer, it's a lot different, but we do shift keys also, but it's written.
Sure you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's a little like, that's why I threw Miles Davis in there. It's like really good jazz. That there's a structure, and everyone knows, hey, we're in the key, we're doing G minor right now. And, he just shifted down. Okay, he's in A now. Okay, we're in 4/4 now. We're in 7/8. Okay. Oh, maybe I could bring us back to 3/4, and maybe, who knows? And with great jazz musicians, as in Miles Davis's group, somebody would take the lead and just say, oh, "This is where we were going. This is where we're going now. Good." And you go there, and then someone else, the bass player, will say, yeah, that's great, but I'm going here. And everyone, yeah, let's go there. So that's kind of what we do. It's so analogous to what we do. And
like last week, when Andrea and I went into a cabinet, you told me that if it was a gag writer, you cannot write it that way.
Yes.
But if it's improv, there's magic there that you'll never get.
Exactly. When you do things this way, you end up in places that you can't get to any other way. There's no other way to get to some of these places. I don't know if there's another way to get into a principal's office that is also a place that sends out hitmen. I don't know how long you'd have to sit and think to write a sketch or a script about that. It wouldn't happen, but it happens automatically in improv if you're doing it right. Cool. Okay, so let's do some stuff. You do some stuff. I'll stay the hell out of it. And here's what I want to do. I want to do some of the stuff that we've been doing. I want to work on scene dynamics, and these are things you do in a scene for no reason. You don't have a reason to do them. You don't wait for a reason. You simply do them. And when you do them, reasons emerge. It's backwards. And that's how this works. So when I say scene dynamics, what do I mean?
Specific.
Loud and quiet.
What's that, Marissa?
Loud and quiet.
Yeah, volume. How loudly or how quietly you're talking.
Emotion.
Repetition.
Repetition.
Specifics.
Yes. Well, yes. Using specificity. Using like when you said anthrax. Yeah. What else?
Nearer, farther.
Yes. In real life, when you get closer or farther from one another in a scene, for no reason. If you just in the middle of a scene walk up and put your nose up against the other actor and start talking, things change.
Facial expressions.
Facial expressions.
Physical reaction.
Physical reaction. There's another big one, which is how quickly or how slowly
Slow.
you talk or respond,
Yes.
and
And
how.
then
And you can. What you going to say, Jay?
this stress and texture. I took notes.
Nice.
So, yes.
Oh, that means I'm going to have to be consistent in some way. Okay, and also here's the thing that we've done that we're told not to do in improv, which is to talk over one another.
Yes. That's my favorite round.
It is mine too. It works every goddamn time. Sorry, it works every time, and you'll have to explain to me why we're told not to do it because I don't know. So I'm going to give each duo a suggestion of a thing to work on. Just do your scene, but be aware of this and try to fit it in. Okay?
Okay.
So here we go. I'll do the same thing. Just go down the line. Those two right there. I will get out of the way. And here's what I'd like you two to do. I would like you to focus on loud and soft for no reason. And when I say loud, I mean that if your microphone breaks, I can still hear you here in America. That kind of loud. Go get loud, which that wasn't really loud. That's loud. Or soft for no reason. And you can be loud and happy too. It doesn't have to be loud and angry. So play with your volume and see what happens. And other than that, just do what you do. So it's one thing to keep in your head. That's all. Ready? I'm getting out of
Inday! We are going to be the first Filipinos in Hogwarts. Oh my God. Why are you not excited? Hogwarts, magic, we're in it. We're accepted.
Do they know?
Inday, do who know?
Because Mom and Dad Catholic.
What? They're muggles. Yes, but we're in. We're in. You got your wand, right?
I threw it away. I'm gonna get hit. Kuya, I'm gonna get hit by Mama. I threw it away.
Inday, this is like Hogwarts.
But witchcraft is not right.
I mean, why do you keep looking there? Are they,
Because maybe the maid is right there eavesdropping and
And so- what? They know about Hogwarts?
They're gonna send you again to the priest to come back.
Look, you! I am your older brother. We are going to make something out of this family. We are going to be magicians, okay?
You really
What?
are the black. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I have protected you. I have tried to be the best kuya. I have tried to be the best brother.
Yeah, I love you, Kuya, but I don't want to be abandoned by Mama and Papa. They're the only ones that we got.
So if I take the magic, and you think they'll abandon me?
I don't want you to go.
Then stay.
Yes, Kuya.
You know we can do magic on them, right? Once we learn.
But we're gonna go to hell.
Oh my God, that's what confession is for. You know? Come on. Look at me. Look into my eyes. You
Okay.
are, just say it with me. I can
can
make magic.
I cannot make magic.
Princessa!
Scene. That was delightful. That was delightful. It looked like a lot of fun to do. That was delightful.
Yeah.
Fine.
Any thoughts from anyone?
Very dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
I was waiting for when will Ella be loud, and she found the moment.
You will too. You will. That's what will happen when something like when there's this imbalance. You're waiting to see when the seesaw is going to flip. It really does create a tension. No, not attention, but tension. Yes. Anything else you saw?
I wanted to say it was like I did not expect Ella's reaction, but it was like the perfect Filipino reaction. You know, someone gets accepted to Hogwarts. No, the parents are going to be disappointed. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
She wants to go to St. Therese College.
St. Paul.
Catholic.
That's also the same. That's also the typical Brooklyn Jewish or Brooklyn Italian reaction too. So it's pretty much the same anywhere. Any other thoughts about that? Because that was fun.
That was fun.
Well, I'm thinking about how Jewish moms would react to Hogwarts kids.
Yeah.
And Ella suddenly created a world where she has to talk in whispers.
Yeah.
The mom was there, and even a maid.
Yes, it created tension, and
Yeah.
you don't know ahead of time why you're speaking softly or loudly. It's one of these things that when you enter a scene and when you're doing a scene, you can do these things, and it's not a creative process. That part of it. It's not. I'm going to do this for this reason. You can, but you can also change things simply by changing them. And then when they're changed, then you realize, oh, that was the result. The audience doesn't see that. The audience thinks it was all planned. The audience thinks, oh, wow, that was perfect. It was perfect because it's not the note that you play. It's the next note that makes it right or wrong. So it's not whether or not you scream, it's what you do next. And you'll do the right thing. Cool. Let's swap it up. Really nice. Really, it was charming as well as funny. It was very nice. Which is, to me, it's a huge compliment. If improv could only be, if improv could be like never funny but always charming, I'd be happy. Okay, let's switch it up. Okay, we got that. Just going right down the line. Okay, I'll get out of your way. Same thing. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to, your only assignment, you can do whatever you want to do, but please try to incorporate the gaps, the talking gaps. A big gap, almost no gap, over talking when necessary, that. Do anything else you want, but make sure that you do that. Okay?
Okay.
I'm gone.
Deborah, I found something for you.
What? What is it?
It's something that fits you. They're looking for a gravy service girl.
A what?
Someone who will pour the gravy for the customers.
They really just have somebody to just pour gravy? That's legit? I didn't, I theorized like maybe we could have somebody on the gravy. This person just does the butter. I don't think we could actually list it as that.
You have it in you.
Oh man. So who's applied? Who's lined up?
You are applying.
Me? I'm gonna be the gravy person?
Yeah, we all need jobs, and you do it every day when we eat. You suddenly pour ketchup on my hot dog. It's in you.
Now, would my duties extend to all condiments or just strictly gravy?
Answer your question.
Well, I would think it would be anything you can pour, like the sauce type condiments. I could see it not being pepper or salt.
Just
Is that
think of it as you're always pouring love for me.
I love that. Just pour like a little warmth on someone's turkey. And, oh, it's going to be so nice. What are you
So
going
when
to
are you
do?
applying? When are you applying? Someone has to earn something here.
Well, you just told me now, so I could apply later today.
It says here the qualifications you should be a Harvard graduate. You are a Harvard graduate.
I could do that. I did get that bachelor's.
Why don't you do it? Because you're an Ivy Leaguer, and Ivy Leaguer, there's science degree before
It's
it.
not in my field.
And you're always hesitant. You're
it's
always
not
like this.
in
This is the
my-
only rare thing that there's something really fit for
my
you.
degree. What my degree was in was seasoning as a whole.
It's just a
So the
pouring
condiment area is
gravy.
very
What's your
vague.
problem? You're denying. You don't want to work. Do you want to work?
Well, obviously, of course, I want to work. I just want to make sure it's in my field. You know, if it doesn't,
You know, we can try this out. If you want to practice it, you can pour gravy on everything, on the couch, on the bed.
I mean, I just don't know if I'm.
I just,
good
you're a
enough
Harvard
for it.
graduate. You should be intelligent, right?
Do they want a
Easy to
bachelor's
figure
or a
out.
master's?
You don't know what you're after because you don't want it.
But I do.
You always keep on.
I don't-
I just pour it out. Pour it out.
I don't know.
Scene. Pour it out. Pour it out. That's fun. Boy, was that fun. Fun to watch. Once again, any thoughts? Oh yeah, let me move you guys back to where you were because I'm a control freak, right? There we go. And there. It was almost there. Okay. Any thoughts? That was fun. I really enjoyed it. Anything? Any input for them?
Little real there. Little real.
Over gravy.
I like it.
Yeah.
The
I love-
pausing. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
No, go ahead.
The pausing. When you pause and you don't reply immediately, there are things that will happen in you that something just gives you time not to think, but to just do something.
Yeah. Not only does it work when you pause, it also works when you refuse to answer.
Yeah.
You can actually simply refuse to answer.
Yeah.
There is no law in improv that says that when someone asks a question or does something that requires a response from you, that you have to respond. There's no law that says you have to answer your phone or your front door, and there's no law that says you have to answer anything here. I mean, you don't want to completely diss your scene partner and not contribute at all, like they're not there. But a non-answer is an answer.
And then when we started talking it over, I was just doing blah blah, just to talk over.
Doesn't matter.
Just
It didn't
blah,
sound like
blah,
it. It sounded
blah,
good
blah
to me.
continuously.
Sounded good.
I
to
don't
me.
know about Marisa. I knew she was really also. I don't know if having fun or perplexed or.
It brought me back to so many arguments I've heard between friends and parents, and when I was job hunting, and even to this day, with a master's degree, my mom will still be like, "Oh, I know this woman at the dog park who needs this," and it's like, I don't need a gig. I have a master's. It's okay.
Yeah.
And it's like, they care. The parents care. I know that's under it.
You have a master's to pour gravy.
Exactly, masters from Harvard for
Just-
gravy porn.
Just pour it out. Anyone else have a thought about that?
I was going to say, when Lilith did the whole gravy thing, if that was the note, what Marissa did, the note after, the reaction was just fantastic. It was so real.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of that real shit. And of course, what did you do? You did the thing that we talked about before, which is you're making a big deal out of the stupidest thing there is. Someone whose job it is to pour gravy. They have to apply for that job and be a specialist in that job. It's ridiculous. But yet it was real. And the fact that you were so invested in this stupid thing is why it's comedy. It's brilliant. It really is. And why an argument about that is funny rather than sad. That's fun. That was a lot of fun to see. Great. Okay. One more to go, and we'll just pull people the hell out of here, and I'll get the hell out. But I will give you guys a thing to do. You can do either of those things that you just saw: loud, soft, dynamic shifts of louder, softer kind of stuff for no reason, just to do it, unless a reason comes up. That's fine. Or quick, slow over talk. You can do either or both of those things. Just throw those. Make sure you throw those in whatever else you do. Okay. And if you don't, I'll just remind you. Okay, I'm out of here. Go.
1-5 30 minutes. 2-5 1 hour.
Seriously? That's too expensive,
Seriously.
man.
Take it or leave it.
Oh, no. You can't do that to me, you know?
Bobby. It is what I do. Okay? It is what I do.
Oh, my God. Where the hell I can get that amount of money? You know what? I'm
From your wallet.
underprivileged, you know? I'm just, I am just a blue-collar job employee here, you know?
Excuse me. Blue collar
You know,
job
you
employee.
can do that.
Well, I can.
Yes.
I can actually do that. You know why? Because I know that you're not a real blue collar job employee. You're that guy.
No, I'm telling the truth.
You're that guy.
No.
I have my
I
sources.
am that guy, you know. Well,
I know.
I might
I
dress
know.
so well, but I am not that really rich, you know. I can't do that, you know. That's a big no-no. A big no.
Yes. I have 93 other photos of you in posh events. You're that guy.
Well, maybe they just listed me, you know. I mean, sponsors.
This does not look like Photoshop.
Okay, fine. I'm a social climber. I do those stuff for a living, you know.
Social climber.
Well, if you don't believe me,
40 out of 40.
not my problem anymore.
40 out of 40. Top 15 under 30.
Can you please just do whatever I say to you? Just do this. But, you know, we are friends and, you know, just a friendly price. Why can't you just do that to me? You know, we've been a very good childhood friends, right? Since elementary to high school. And then we got separated in college. Please, I'm begging you. Or
Okay. Just
you
this
won't?
once.
okay, well, I'm giving you a chance.
Just this once. I know what you're going to
Come
pull
on,
here.
spill it out.
You're going to pull out that friendship card. And hey, you promise not to tell anyone.
Come on, say it. You know, I've got a lot of white lies from you.
Okay.
About
Okay.
you. Do you still remember when you
I'm going to give
cheated
you a
on
guess.
school?
I'm gonna give. Wait, that was one time, and you were cheating
Okay.
off of me.
No.
No. You copied my term
No,
paper.
but that was your plan. No. That
No,
was
no.
no.
Because I was
You
helping you.
copied
I
your
was
term
helping
paper,
you. I was
but you
helping you.
cheated on that.
I-
No.
Scene.
Oh, come on.
Scene. just the fact that the two of you at the same time did this.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it right there. That was lovely. Any it's delightful. Any input for them or responses, reactions?
We're so grounded.
Yeah.
Sure did. Yeah. What
I
else?
thought it would start as a transaction, but Patrick said Bobby, so they knew each other.
Yeah. Once again, it's not the note; it's the next note.
Yeah.
And nice reflexes, instincts.
And when they were talking it over, they also went closer.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a certain vibe that, oh shit.
Yeah, there was definitely an emotional investment
Yeah.
from the two of them, and you could see it in their faces and hear it in their voices and physicality, which is not easy to do in little squares.
And
what else?
Social Climber was hilarious.
Yes, it's very funny. And what do you guys think, Patrick, Jay? What do you, any thoughts?
It was delightful doing it with Patrick for the first time, and we didn't have any prior experience to this meeting, so just meeting Patrick today and doing a scene with him, and having this, okay, let's see what mischief we can do together. Felt really nice.
Mischief. There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. That's the answer to your question.
Well, actually,
at the very beginning, Khalil. That it's not about positive or negative. It's about mischief. It's about making mischief. Yeah.
I completely agree.
That
Yeah.
was really an awesome experience. Doing it for the first time. I mean, I told to myself, just let it go. Just let it go. Whatever comes out from my mouth, just let it go, and then just feel the connection, and then acknowledge and listen. So that's it. Actually, it was really a good learning experience.
Say that again, Ella.
I'm sorry, I was saying they had the chemistry, and Patrick is also as natural as Jay.
Well, when you use emotions and when you do dynamic things, loud, soft, close, far, it generates emotions whether you want them to or not. It's like striking a match, and that makes it burn. So neither one of these things will light a barbecue, but when you do this, it will. So the dynamics create emotions. You don't have to worry about making up an emotion. You can do it. You certainly can make an emotion up from nothing. But if you want to grow it organically, this is one way to do it. And when you do that, that's what you've got, Ella. You've got that exactly. You've got a connection. That's it. And the connection is not a premise. The connection is not, hey, we're both talking about grandma who's going to leave me the Toyota if she dies before New Year's, and how there's going to be a party, and maybe we should have a piñata, but maybe not. We don't care about that crap. That's just confetti. The real thing that's going on is this connection. And everything else is just confetti. And so if you've got emotions going, and you're feeding off one another, you're loud because he's soft. You're close because he's close. You're talking over each other because he is. That's a connection, and that you can't help but have a connection. I play music, and I one of the things I love to do, which I haven't done, obviously COVID, is jam with people I've never met. I don't know. Walk in, sit down. There's three guys doing a thing. I jump in. I don't know their name. They don't know my name. I don't even know what language they speak. If they speak it, who cares? We play. And then we're done. And because we're guys, we're too cool to even talk to each other afterwards, and we leave. And so, hey, did you ever play with that guy, Steve? I don't know any of the names of any of the people I played with. But you can, because you have this common thing that you can do, this is your connection. And so that's what this is. And when you do this improv-y shit with connection, it feels good. It just does. And when it feels good to you, guess how it feels for the audience. And yes, here's my last Miles Davis quote. Oh, that's not the one. That's the one. That is true.
Ah, nice.
That is
Yeah.
true. You got to work really hard at the basics, at these dynamic
Nice.
basics, at scene basics, before you can inject your own personality effectively into this craft. If you try to do it too soon, it doesn't work as well. You have to have the foundation first before you can start letting go a little bit. So anyway, let's do what we always do. Is I start over here. Right now it's Jay standing right there. So we just go around and you do a takeaway circle of anything that you took away from what we were doing today.
First of all, I'd like to thank you and Patrick for being scene partners, for being awesome scene partners. I rarely am able to do this, especially at this time because I usually have classes. But something prompted me to come here, and I take away with me a lot of experience. More so being in the presence of awesome people. So I get positivity.
Good, nice job. Thank you, Patrick. Anything?
Oh yeah, so I just want to say thank you, Tom, Jay, Ella, Marisa, Lily, Khalil. I really had fun with you guys today. Actually, thank you for the warm welcome because it's my first time to be in this class, and I learned so much a lot when it comes to improv thing because improv thing is really a very diverse and wide range of like acting. It's like whatever comes to your mind, whatever comes out from your mouth, that's it. You just need to feel it and have a connection with the people you are like having a scene with.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it really it made me realize that improv is not that really easy. You just need to go with the flow and just do your thing. Sometimes you go to the left, you go to the right, but the thing is, you really have to go straight in the end together with your scene partners. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be with you guys. I mean, this is really an awesome experience, and I would love to try it again very soon.
Please, yes.
Come back.
Yeah.
Yes.
From what you said, the hardest thing about most things is learning how easy they are. The hardest thing about learning how to hit a tennis ball is that when you finally get it right, your brain and your body kind of say, "Oh, that's it? That was it all along? It was that? Oh, that was easy."
And he disappears.
That's easy too. Ella, what do you got?
Oh, I'm just so grateful. I'm amazed by all of your talents. You're all so amazing, and I'm grateful for all the learnings of today. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I got
no worries.
I got disconnected. Sorry.
No, that's dynamic. That's the same dynamic. Okay, thank you, Ella. You did brilliantly. I love doing a scene with you. It was wonderful.
Thank you. Me too. Thank
Starting
you.
things off. Khalil, what do you got?
Random. Khalil. Sorry.
Khalil.
It's all good. Just thank you to everyone. It's always, it's fun. Thank you, Tom, for setting this up and having us here and teaching us. I take away the two quotes that really stood out to me. The first was, anybody can play. The note is only 20%. It's the attitude of the mother effer who plays it. That's the 80%. I love that.
Right? Yeah.
And more importantly, for me personally, it takes you a long time to sound like yourself. I've been doing improv for a while, and I believe I'm at this point where I'm no longer just trying to do it right and just enjoying the fuck out of it. Sorry, just enjoying the improv, and so I'm grateful for that.
Okay, I agree with everything you said, including fuck. Lilith, what do you got?
You said you don't have to be creative about it, and I realized that because you start randomly and suddenly use the tools, and they are triggers that might put order into things because you start randomly, and the tools really are triggers that move it forward and create magic. And I was surprised that Khalil was a Filipino. Maybe Marisa is from Cebu. I don't know.
If you're surprised, think how surprised Khalil is. I don't know what that means.
But thank you. The tools are really
yes,
good.
yes. Same as with any creative thing. It's just, I mean, Salvador Dali didn't start painting the way he did. He started painting the way everyone does. And he learned all the basics and how to mix paints and how to stretch a canvas and all that crap before he started doing crazy ass melting clocks. Marissa, what have you got?
It's hard to come up with something that everyone else hasn't already said, because those are some strong good points for today. I'm getting more comfortable with the talking over. It seems easier to do when it comes up like on screen. I don't know how it's going to translate to in person. Someone hold up a sign in the back, just talk over.
In person. When I direct the troupe, I make sure that we do these things in rehearsals all the time, so that because everybody either was trained or in life has been trained to be polite, and that's the last thing we need in improv. I mean, you want to be polite to the other actors and hold the door open for them and all that stuff. But on stage, that doesn't help anybody. That's just, who wants to go to a boxing match with two polite boxers?
Yeah.
May I hit you now?
Yeah. I say, well, hey, what? I believe your shoelace is untied. You had something, Jay?
They're polite, so they're automatically British.
Just saying that the last point that you said, Tom, rings very true to me, because doing improv for the time that I've been doing improv, it has always been the politeness that kept me from going forward. And
everybody, I keep telling people, when I meet them and the students, and I see that, okay, you're a pleaser. You're someone who likes to please people, who likes to, you need another cup of coffee? I'll go get it. You need a napkin? I have two. You can have one of mine. One of those people. I mean, I'm like that. I'm like that too, believe it or not. But not in improv. That's where you have to stop solving problems and start causing them. And that's all we're doing. We're not there to make things not happen. We're there to make things happen. It's just the way it is, because we're humans.
Tom, may I punch your eye? I'm very polite.
I'm right here. Go ahead. I'm emailing you some anthrax right now. I'll let you guys go. Thank you very much. It was fun.
Thank you, Tom.
Nice stuff.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
everyone.
much. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.